Hello! Welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Monday. We start with one of the saddest stories I've ever had to cover on Wrestling Newsroom. Bobby Heenan, considered to be one of the greatest managers in wrestling history, has passed away at the age of 72. While the cause of death has not been determined, he had been dealing with some serious health issues that meant he could not travel. He was said to have died surrounded by family. The news was broke by Jim Ross on Twitter, saying, "The news of Bobby the Brain Heenan passing away today gutted me. I loved our time together. No one ever did it better than the Wheeze." Where's something like that? That hit me hard. Another great legend has now passed on. All I can do is give my condolences and my thoughts and prayers to his family in this very tragic time. May you rest in peace, Bobby Heenan. You were one of the greatest. Then we go to John Cena's father causing quite a stir. John Cena Sr., that's very hard to say, did an interview with Boston Wrestling Sports and discussed Sasha Banks about being unhappy with stalker fans. While he praised Banks, he revealed that he wasn't impressed with either Charlotte or Sasha Banks. No, Charlotte or Alexa Bliss. I'm not a fan of Charlotte Flair. I'll be right up front. Alexa Bliss, what's she got? Looks in the body, that's about it. You know what? I'm going to stop before I get myself in trouble. Natalya's a great kid. I think Sasha's a great performer. It's too bad Bayley is out. Did you sound a little bit sexist there? I don't know. I'm trying to gauge. What does she have? The looks and the body. That's about it. Very controversial statement there. So, in my future, I hope you shut up. She's a fantastic performer. Leave her alone, you bully. Then we go to Kairi Sane, talked about making the transition from wrestling in Japan to the US. Carrying on conversations is very difficult. I cannot convey what I want to in English very well. It's hard to understand what's being said to me. In wrestling, I find that feeling more important than words. What is important is what's in your heart, and I can convey that in wrestling. I felt it throughout the Mae Young tournament. It's the spirit I have felt, and also commented on her goals moving forward. The women's revolution, I respect that very much. I keep encouraging fans. Beyond that, women in general, I want to convey the message. Women are strong. In the end, I want more people to know and recognise women's wrestling. I want to be the leader representing all strong women around the world. A great message, Kairi saying that. Get behind that women's revolution. I want to see women's wrestling thrive. It's an absolutely amazing sport, women's wrestling. It should not have been ignored for how long it's been ignored. So finally, women are getting the dues that they deserve. Then we go to a cool story. Marty Scurll commented on a possible run with WWE. Right now, I love what I'm doing. I want to conquer ROH and New Japan. I want to continue pushing the boundaries and break the mold of what a wrestler without the machine behind them can do. It's a group of us with the minded in that sense. The Bucks, Kenny, Cody, Page, spelled Page. I don't think he's talking about Page WWE. I don't know. In terms of the villain and WWE, I'm pretty sure that if they saw the opportunity in me to make money, I'm sure they'd let me have a lot of creative freedom, but who knows if they do. I do see a lot of villain shirts on their programming though. I'd love to pick the brain of Vince McMahon, the villain, and the evil genius discussing business over a steak dinner. Sounds divine. I haven't read that. That's funny. Oh, I'd love to see Marty Scurll in there eventually. He's a fantastic wrestler. And then Ryan Sutton of ProWrestlingSheet.com is reporting that there's talks within WWE bringing back WCW pay-per-view names for future WWE events. The names could be implemented in the very near future, according to him. The speculation is that such as Fall Brawl, Halloween Havoc, World War III, and Starrcade could end up being used. With that being said, there's talks. The Greensboro Coliseum officially announced a WWE live event entitled Starrcade for Saturday, November 25th. There is no word yet if it will air as a WWE Network special or not, but yeah, they're starting to use WCW names. Go for it. I like that. You've got the properties, do it. And then we start. We have two more stories. New GFW knockout Taya Valkyrie, something like that, commented on the AAA incident between Rosemary and Sexy Star. I don't want to go too much into it because honestly, I don't want to give it more attention or something or someone that doesn't need it. Rosemary is the nicest, most professional woman and a fellow Canadian. Obviously, I have the privilege and continued privilege to work with her. If I was so embarrassed and disappointed watching that match. The whole, not just the finish, but the whole thing. I consider myself as an international woman and the face of what women's wrestling is in AAA. I just feel so embarrassed and think basically that's all I can say about it. It's so ridiculous to me, uncalled for and unprofessional. I was so disappointed and continue to be disappointed by it. I feel like it happened, it will never happen again. I hope to God it never happens again. And the experience similar situation in my 5 years in AAA with different female wrestlers in the NZ throughout Mexico, basically throughout Mexico, because basically Canadian, I look different. It's crazy to me, but it still exists. There's still people who are there just for themselves. That is what it is. But I'm so happy that Rosemary is doing better because I cannot wait to kick her ass. Yeah, bloody, it's a shit situation. And then we go on to the last story. Even though John Cena is not advertised for Monday Night Raw, it's still possible that he could get to San Jose, California from China in time for the show. John Cena defeated Rusev in Shanghai, something like that, event before the show's intermission. And the flight from Shanghai to San Jose is around 14 to 15 hours. It's also interesting to note that WWE's teased a final confrontation between Cena and Roman Reigns prior to the No Mercy pay-per-view. With Roman Reigns and John Cena's my battles have gotten intense between the leader of the Two Nation, rival no more to test Roman Reigns' metal and heated confrontation 6 nights before the anticipated dream match of No Mercy seems inevitable. Although Cena seems to have the upper hand in terms of verbal warfare, heading into this week's Raw live in San Jose, the big dog could be saving more for his cunning remarks could be saving his most cunning remarks for last. That's what they're going on. He may make it, he may not. I'd love to see it because his promos are on fire. Seriously, it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, that's Monday Night Raw. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen. Now, if you excuse me, that has been the news. I'm going to go mourn the loss of Bobby the Brain Heenan. What a legend he was. Seriously, rest in peace, my friend. That's just another one gone. But he was not in the greatest of health, so hopefully it is eased his suffering in some way, and we can hopefully take solace in the fact that he is one of the greatest and that we shall go and honour his memory. I am personally going to go and watch some Bobby the Brain Heenan clips when I can find some. I believe the network has a collection on there. Go to the network and watch it. It will just be a fantastic look at the history of Bobby the Brain Heenan. And with that being said, if you've enjoyed this episode, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. A link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.